Hey everyone, Mallory here. So, a few weeks ago, I attended Super Zoo, which is North America's biggest pet retail event. And what that really means is 16,000 people in the pet industry, including people with cat food brands and various other exhibitors and retailers and groomers and a ton of other people in the industry descend upon Las Vegas and gather. They're mingling, talking with other people, doing business, dancing in a pool. It's an event where people from pretty much every side of the pet industry get together and hang out. Since I had the chance to attend this year, I wanted to tell you all about it and kind of pull back the curtain on this very interconnected world that is the pet industry. So when you go into the Super Zoo convention, you'll see that it seems like every brand you've seen online or in stores is there. And in this town of Super Zooville, there's a wide variety of sizes of businesses. So you have the mansions on the hill, which are like Purina and Hills and Royal Canin and Blue Buffalo. These people have enormous booths. Some of them have multiple stories and they're like houses that you can walk into. They're absolutely huge. These people have a huge presence. And then you have newer, smaller exhibitors. There is a section dedicated to emerging brands. They have a section dedicated to new brands from Korea that are looking to get into the US market. I was mostly focusing on the cat section, but there were exhibitors for reptiles, birds, fish, dogs naturally were well represented. And these range from everything from food to supplements to services. Every imaginable pet product or service or aspect of the industry was represented here at Super Zoo. I went wandering around and talking to people, trying to get a sense for what was new in the industry and what people were thinking about, and hopefully finding some new products that I could review in the coming year. And I took note of a few trends that I wanted to share so you can get a sense of what's going on kind of behind the scenes in this world. So the first trend that I noticed was that it seems like every pet food company and cat food company is coming out with toppers. So toppers, including freeze-dried raw toppers, seem to be a new addition from a lot of different brands that have been around for a while, and these promise naturally to increase the nutritional value of your cat's existing food. Kind of as an extension of this trend, I noticed that it seems like almost everyone has come around to this idea that cats need hydration from their food. There were people who were selling special water for cats, pH balanced, low mineral content water. It seems like this idea of hydration has really caught on. Supplements seem like they're always huge. I've been to Super Zoo a couple of times in the past, and there are just tons of supplements. And this is backed up by all of the data I've seen. The supplement world for cats is just exploding. So there were brands offering new probiotic supplements, supplements for joint support, anxiety relief, pretty much every supplement for pets you can imagine. People are showing it off. Other thing I noticed is that CBD is still really growing. There are so many different CBD brands out there. It's very hard to differentiate. When I talk to the different people there, everyone tells you that their CBD is different from the others. A lot of them repeat kind of the same lines, and so it's hard to know which products actually are any good. And then the last thing I noticed that seemed to be a trend was activity and health monitoring. I noticed this a lot in the little Korea showcase, that these kind of newcomers to the US market are offering a lot of products that allow you to monitor your cat's health. So from water fountains to litter to feeders, a lot of people are seeming to introduce things that can help you to understand your cat's health and behaviors. So that's about it for the main trends I noticed at Super Zoo. Now, as I was going around, I was talking with a lot of people, and there were a few new products and just things in general that stood out to me that I wanted to share. Another kind of cool new thing that I discovered at Super Zoo, which is on the market currently, is the new lower phosphorus recipe from Weruva. So it can be really hard to find good low phosphorus foods outside of prescription diets. This food from Weruva promises to offer your cat lower phosphorus while also being nice and protein rich, species appropriate, and just a good food for your cat. So I'm hopeful about this as an alternative for senior cats or cats with kidney disease who might need lower phosphorus food. And finally, I had a lot of fun meeting up with Melody from Mr. Tom's Magic Towel and her cat Momo. You might have seen my short video on this product. It's a shampoo infused rehydratable towel that you're able to use to kind of bridge the gap between a wipe and a full-on bath. And it's a pretty cool little simple but powerful solution for people who want to get their cat clean but not subject them to a bath. Overall, the experience reinforced to me that this whole pet industry is really interconnected. You can see that all of these people are spending time together. They're going to parties together. They're talking with each other. There are all of these connections going on behind the scenes. So if it feels like this industry is really tightly knit and all of these different companies are working with each other, well, it's because they are. These people really do know each other. But what I also noticed is that there is a real impact being made by consumers. And that's especially seen when you look at the smaller brands that were represented there. You see that the bigger brands, the Mansions on the Hill I referred to, they have employees who are not really connected to the product itself. And they're standing there often looking at their phones and talking to one another. And you don't really get the sense that they're very engaged with things. And then you have smaller brands where the people are really engaged and you see that their product lineup is changing a lot to reflect the things that we as consumers have been asking for. So I think, given everything that I've seen, it is a good reminder that we have some power in this, and that if you want to see a difference in your cat's food or the products that are available, you can make that difference by talking about it. And never before have consumers been more able to make change in this way. So I'm very encouraged to continue the conversations in the comment section here and to keep talking about these things and hopefully kind of steering the industry in the direction that we want it to go. So with that in mind, let me know in the comments what you would like to see, cat food, cat products, the cat and pet industry, what you would like that to look like next year, what changes you would like to see. So thank you so much for all of your feedback and for being engaged. I think we're really making a difference by having this community here. So yeah, thank you again, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.